Select your character. Chimpanzee. Richard.
Welcome to a game that I've not actually told Fritz what is yet, and I really hope she likes it. And I
don't know anything what we're doing today.
I saw it being played the other day, and I was like, okay, I've got to play that. And
I can't even see the screen.
Yeah.
Yet,
so it's a game.
Wow.
But it's a twist. It's a twist on an old game.
Okay.
A more modern game.
Okay.
So I'll share the screen now.
Will you?
Yeah.
Okay, N64.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Okay, I'm seeing it. What the fuck is happening?
I don't know why though. It's no audio for some reason. Hold on.
What do you mean? I can hear it.
I can't hear it on my end. Weirdly enough.
The volume is all mine.
So yeah, there's this. Why the fuck can't I hear it?
What the fuck? I just want to preface that I am terrible at the thingy games.
Why the fuck? I literally genuinely can't hear it.
I don't know. It was playing on my side. Phoenix Wright. I was like, what was the fucking name of it? Yeah, I'm awful at Phoenix Wright games.
I can't actually hear it. Hold on. What the fuck?
I hear it when you go into the window.
Oh, that's the weird thing. I can't hear it myself.
Fuck you.
Well, we're playing this, but if I can get the buggy audio working. The thing is, it shows its audio coming through, but it's weirdly it's like it's stolen the audio. Got the right audio source. Is the capture actually picking it up? Because if capture's picking it up, I can. The capture's picking it up as well. What the fuck?
Then do monitor and output.
Yeah. It's just weird that the.
I mean, at least that'd be a workaround.
Yeah. No, I can't hear it.
What the fuck? Why is Discord stealing it?
I don't know. Hold on.
I could hear it.
Slight technical issues, but then I'll cut this when it comes to it. Let's get into it finally. I might have to turn it down a tiny bit more, but there we go. So I saw Vinny, Vine Source, play some.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't watch Vinny.
And I was like, oh my God.
I catch like bits or.
Whenever he has like these big videos, I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, that's my evening sorted or like day sorted.
It's usually when my brother shows me clips.
You will be recording and voicing as well. It's so quiet. Do you think they forgot? Now, I don't know how long this game is, but I figured we'd check it out. And if it's long enough, we'll do a playthrough of it. This wasn't so I mentioned the other day, as like, oh, I wanted to pull you to do a game, continue a game. This isn't the game. That was Half-Life. So, fun fact I didn't realise is apparently, I guess in the Mega Leak, the source code to Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask got leaked, which means people are able to make games like this.
Oh dear.
Yes.
People are going to have a field day.
You think after so many years doing this, I'll be used to the stress. So why am I shaking? Yeah, I guess it's a lot worse when your friends life's online. Say something, Aldo.
Hello.
Okay, you are picking up. Okay. Got the music. Ugh.
Yeah, they've made it sound like it should fit this kind of game.
Come on, gotta look professional. She can't see you like this.
Is he wearing a suit? That'd be really funny.
I mean, you can go to court. I got attorney's badge. Look at that. You got
Marlon, longtime friend,
Yeah.
a victim.
Yeah. Speaking of her, though, where is she, anyway? Hey, you over there. Oh.
Huh? What is it, attorney? The trial isn't starting yet.
But it will be soon, right? Would you happen to know why my client isn't here yet? I didn't get to speak much of her when she was arrested, so... I was hoping to at least exchange a word for now.
Wow, well, you weren't the only one with the idea. I believe she is currently in the prosecutor's lobby. He wanted to talk to her as well.
What? What's up with this guy? He bars me from the crime scene, blocks my detention center visits, and now this.
Not to worry, she will definitely be here before the trial. That is kind of sus to be keeping her away from her lawyer.
Yeah. Great, that'll be joyous 5 minutes indeed. I mean, if it's letting you go, there's nothing I can do, but wait.
Ooh.
Oh, I can nothing do but wait. I thought he was going like, but wait. Oh, bit of thunder.
We've got a storm.
Yay, finally.
That means dogs are going to bark. One sec.
Just wait here a second. Hello, dog. I know. Hun, do you want to leave the door open? That way dogs can come in and out. I've not paused, by the way, just everybody's experiencing this in 4K.
Yeah, suddenly there is a storm, and the dogs do not like thunder.
Mm. Right. Wait for you to get back. You there, You back yet?
I forgot to unmute. I'm back.
I don't know if I said all this. This is ridiculous. How much longer can we keep her? Or he keep her?
Ah, see, there she is. No need to get all worked up. Is something wrong? Did I hear shouting?
So much for looking professional. No, don't worry. Everything's fine.
Hmm.
This is Malon. Ever since we met in HYAH Castle Town all those years ago, we've been great friends. Her heart's in the right place. I know she cared deeply about father.
If everything's fine, why do you look so worried?
I do wonder if this is going to be based off the first case of Phoenix Wright. So far, it's like instead of the sister, it's that. He keeps coming out with like, yes, this is emulated. If you couldn't guess, you can apparently play this on original hardware though, which is interesting. As well as the aliasing, I've tried to fix it. I think it's set as you can't change it, so everything's fine. Why do you look so worried? Oh yeah, you said that. Well,
how did the investigation go? Did you find anything?
No. Yes, the investigation. I found tons of groundbreaking stuff.
He wasn't even allowed to go.
Particularly my opponent's a real scumbag. What did prosecute from you anyway? So I didn't actually. I watched Vinny play a tiny bit of this. Yeah. I can't remember anything because I don't think I got as far to like spoil it for myself. I was like, okay, as soon as I saw that thing and then I saw like the first, I think, couple minutes, I was like, yeah, I've got to play this.
Well, it was mostly just threats. He kept explaining in detail what will happen to me if I'm found guilty.
Doesn't sound like a vital discussion that need to be happening right before the trial. I don't know why I didn't say anything then. He probably just did that so we wouldn't have much time to talk.
You believe in me, right? I didn't do it. I'd never.
Well, of course I believe you. Although, I'll be honest, things aren't looking very good right now. What's that you got there?
Oh, this is just a pictograph of father I carry around. I just can't believe he's gone.
I just know how to cheer her up right now. I'm not very good at handling emotional clients. Hey, you know... Do you know what would be funny if they did doing like, hey, listen, you know?
Hey, listen.
The
That should be like if you need to be given like a hint of how to play or something.
Yeah. That picture could be really useful for the trial.
Oh, how so?
Well, you look so happy together. Presented to show that you two had a great relationship.
You really think so? Oh, well, here you go then.
Malone.
Watermelon.
Picture I've added to the court record. At least I'll be walking in with something other than my badge. But wait, we shouldn't be idly chatting. Anyways, not much time left. It's hard to talk about. I know it's hard to talk about. Can you tell me what actually happened? I don't stand much chance if I don't know your version of the story.
I understand. Unfortunately, there really isn't much to... The trial is starting. Defendant, attorney, please enter the courtroom at once.
I'll do the judge, I think.
The judge.
Oh, shouldn't have said that stuff about I have no chance. Alright, everything will be fine. Prosecutor's been playing me like a fool since it began. But sooner or later, he's arrogant to be his undoing. I don't know who the prosecutor is. Let's head inside. My name's Link. I've been a defense attorney for the last 7 years. I won my fair share of cases and lost some too. This one is personal. There's so much at stake here. Not only do I have to save Malon's life, I have to find out who did this to Malon. Talon. Talon was always so kind. He didn't deserve this. I need to do him justice. I can't lose this. I am using my little Zelda avatar thing.
Who's the fucking judge? Oh.
Court is now in session for the trial of Malon of Lon Lon Ranch. Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ragmire? Who?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I don't know if it's supposed to be a name for him or something, but...
The fucking suit. Who's voicing Dragmire?
I'm sure I'll do it. I'm going to be bloody playing the judge and both of them. No, you can do him because I've got to do the judge and thing.
I guess. I sincerely doubt that. What were they thinking, pitting me against some pathetic kid? Pathetic kid? I didn't even get to read that. Still your tongue. You bring shame upon the fine color of your hair, vile woman. Before long, the world shall know the horrible deeds you've committed.
I think he's supposed to be the older guy from I can't remember his name. The one that's basically the one that has the daughter that has the whip. I can't remember the main guy's name.
Right, again, I didn't even get very far in the Phoenix Wright games because I sucked at it.
I've still got to do a recording of them, even though
I know nothing. Let us not prolong the inevitable. Shall we begin?
No. This is Cook. I like how the king is the judge.
No, you got to put on like an old man voice.
No. This court is no place to be exchanging insults.
That's better.
Since prosecution seems to be ready as well, let's hear their opening statement.
The opening statement shall also be the closing one. The girl did it. It's obvious. She killed her own father in cold blood. Also, she could have the ranch to herself. couldn't wait for the old fool to die naturally, could you, you greedy little rat?
The fucking voice. I do like his thing is is the objection. Your Honor, you can't allow this man to verbally abuse the defendant like this. Oh.
Ha! She committed murder, kid. She deserves every bit of scorn she gets.
I do believe a little less commentary would be good. Go miss.
Bah! I assure you, old man, you will change your opinion once you see all the damning evidence. Who is this guy? How can he speak to the judge like that?
Ganondorf Dragmire.
Okay, so
It's
it's his surname.
Looks like I've been lucky to avoid the meetings man till now, but the stories I've heard about him must be true. Boorish barbarian of a man hailing from the Gerudo province. Apparently he prides himself on the nearly clean streak he's cultivated for decades. All while disrespecting everyone in the court, including the judge. I've even heard some attorneys return as king of evil. Definitely has that look at the very least. He wears full armor. He got a fucking sweaty thing. But who fares with full armor to court? Very well, please present your case to the court.
You didn't seem to like me talking, so I'll just let the detective present the basics.
Oh yeah, I've seen the detective. I was like, okay, I love that model.
Oh dear. Bring Impa of the HYAH force to the stand.
You'll get what I mean in a second. But here you go. First battle. I know Impa, she's quite a competent detective. Which worries me. Please let have made a mistake that's just this once. See what I mean? I love that you can
fucking like bowler hat. Alright, state your name and whatever it is you pretend to do. You never change, do you, prosecutor? Any possible change would be for the worse. Now, stop wasting time. Name and occupation.
Oh man.
Very well. I am Impa, head detective of the HYAH Force, Homicide Division. True for now, at least. Well, what are you waiting for? Start talking. You're the one assigned to this case, so you know all about it. What calamity has befallen our fair kingdom? Still can't be bothered to give a proper opening statement. I suppose I can do the prosecutor's job for him this time, for the sake of an unbiased look.
Please go ahead, detective. I like how you've managed to get like two characters talk a lot so far.
The incident happened early yesterday morning on Lon Lon Ranch, a local supplier of goods located just south of Castletown. The current owner of the homestead, Talon, was found dead in his ranch house.
Oh, fucking music.
Hello?
I'm just listening to music. I'm trying to remember what... Is that Gerudo? Is that Gerudo one? No, it's the owl one.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the one where you talk to someone. Yeah, it's the owl.
This music's so... I'm going to have to see if I can find the music.
I keep learning the owl's name and then forgetting it.
Oh, man.
It's got a name.
Oh, it works so well. All right. Tragic lost for our kingdom, for sure. I've seen this man around Castletown a number of times delivering goods.
That's it. It's Kapora Gabora.
Ah.
Quite. The owner was a rather important figure in the local community. In any case, we were alerted to the scene of the murder by the Royal Guard who were there on official business.
This fucking bop this is. Official business, what kind?
As I understand, the ranch provides the kingdom with vital services. To ensure it is operating as it should, and as a gesture of appreciation, the Crown orders a visitation to the ranch every year.
I see. A scheduled annual visit. Continue,
Annual?
detective. Yeah. Continue, detective. My voice is. I keep like going slightly into links.
Just old man.
I know I can't do bloody voices. You know that.
Just old
boiling
man.
I am.
When the Sheikah force arrived, they found the victim bleeding out onto the floor. Next to him lay his daughter, Marlon, breathing but unresponsive. After a thorough investigation, we arrested her as she was deemed the only possible culprit. That about covers the gist of what happened. Very nice and succinct. Keep that up and perhaps you will keep your job.
Ho! I mean, I don't think I was.
Old man.
No, I was him shouting. He's like,
Old
ho!
man.
I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, I mean, that'll
No,
work.
I'm not doing that. That fucking hurts my voice. I don't think the good detective is much to worry about that, because she's the head of the department. Which reminds me, why is the head of the detectives herself on the case like this? Will you have detectives unavailable?
That would be because I have been assigned to this case by order of the King of Hyrule himself.
You mean him? No, but is that the sage? No, but then he's the sage. The king's the sage.
Just pretend.
The king himself assigned you? That doesn't happen very often, does it?
You are correct, Your Honor. I'm not usually involved in field work like this. This time, however, the king felt it necessary because of who is involved.
Who is involved? Is the death of ranch worker really such a concern for the king?
Well, as I said, Lon Lon Ranch is a very important supplier of goods, to be sure. But that's not who I meant.
Got a knife out.
I imagine the king wanted the top investigators on this job because it was the royal princess herself who discovered the crime scene.
Chatter. Here we go, the music's ramping up. Order, I will have order. The royal princess Zelda witnessed the crime?
Well, not the crime, the aftermath. Ha, and there you have it. This case rides on the princess's own words.
The fucking laugh.
To doubt it would be to doubt your own royalty.
This is bad. I can't really object to that. Well, if the princess is testifying today, better we don't make her needlessly wait. Detective, please testify about exactly why the defendant was arrested. I like that she used her alien text. The reason for the arrest.
It is with regret that I agree with Dragmire. All the evidence points towards this girl being the culprit. We determined that the murder definitely took place inside of the ranch house. There were only 3 people on the ranch: the victim, the defendant, and a worker who has an alibi for the time of the crime. The defendant was found unconscious right in front of the victim, who was bleeding out onto the floor.
Sorry, I didn't mean to press them.
Furthermore, she was holding a weapon. Without a doubt, that's what was used to kill the victim. She seems like such a bright girl. It's most unfortunate.
Oh, God, bloody nose been annoying.
Your Honor, I would like to submit these pieces of evidence to the court.
Okay.
First, I have the autopsy report performed by the Crown's top coroner.
Top man. Autopsy report added to the court record.
Here is what we determined to be the murder weapon, which we took from the defendant's hands.
Hansa. We might need to turn a bloody fan on. I don't know if about you, I'm really warm.
I mean, I've got my small fan on, but yeah, it's a bit warm.
3 seconds, run.
What, me or you? Okay, you.
Right. Aircon is on. I should cool it down soon. It's all added to the court record.
To make sure we had the correct weapon, we conducted a very thorough investigation. Naturally, we searched everyone and thoroughly examined the ranch and its vicinity. Nothing unusual was found, but to be safe, we also checked the ranch's inventory list to see whether anything was missing. The list matches the items we found on the ranch exactly, and nothing but the saw had fresh blood on it.
Fucking saw though, fucking. That does sound quite compelling. This must have been a truly terrifying scene.
Dying from a wound made by a weapon like this is extremely painful. How would you know?
I've done
This
it
only
many
helps
times.
to prove the defendant's viciousness.
Ugh. At this rate, they're going to paint Mal as some heartless monster.
There is one more thing I feel like I should mention, for the sake of completeness. Shortly after we arrived at the ranch, a courier showed up to take some milk shipments. Of course, business must go on. Is this really necessary to enter into evidence, though?
Sorry.
The shipments did end up leaving the ranch, so I feel it bears mentioning.
Yeah. Well, the contents checked before you let them go.
Naturally, who do you take us for? Even though the worker handling the shipments did get quite worked up about it, we cracked all of the boxes open to check what was inside.
Body parts.
In the end, it did turn out to only be milk bottles, so we let them through.
Very well. Thank you for... Oh, very well. Thank you for your thoroughness, detective. Milk shipments added to the court record. I'm eating a sweet as well. If you couldn't tell.
So, what happens now?
Well, this is where I step in and film cross-examination.
Ah, great. How does that work?
Huh?
Could you explain what you're going to be doing?
No. Can't get hurt over this. Can't hurt to go over this again. Yeah, sure. Witness will repeat a testimony. I'll be able to scroll back and forth through individual statements by pressing A and B. Or, yeah.
They'll just repeat it as many times as you want?
Meta joke. I like that. It's like, it is funny how in Phoenix Wright games, they just sort of like, I've told you this statement about 10 times already. He's like, yeah, but I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I'm trying to find the flaw in your oh dear. Do you know what I'm thinking is funny though? Is I'm playing this before I actually played any Phoenix Wright games on the channel. This is the first Phoenix Wright game, technically. That I've played, not actually official. Anyway, yeah. That's right, I have to consider every little detail. Can't miss a thing. But one more info about something. I can use L or Z. Press the statement. I'll use L because I can't remember what Z is on the bloody Xbox controller. I could use you could have used my actually N64 Switch controller. I cannot be bothered to set that up. So now it's witness a question.
Drill them for info.
Yep. Since the witness has to come up with an answer on spot, if they're lying, prompting for information can make them slip up. More importantly, though, if I find something that doesn't line up with the evidence, I can press R to bring up the court record. I'm loving this music. I'm downloading the soundtrack after.
The court record is basically a list of all the evidence, right?
Yes, I can open it any time if I need to recheck the facts. After choosing a contradicting item, press up. Oh, a C up to raise an objection and present my doubts to the court. I can't actually remember that is on this. Oh, and I can not only present evidence, but profiles as well.
Profiles?
The court record contains a list of all the people involved too. I can switch between evidence and profiles using R. If I need to review what's been said recently, I can also press start to see a history of messages.
Ah, I see. That makes sense.
Jalula, what are you eating? Well, I can see
Probably
it.
something she shouldn't.
I just turned around and saw her just doing a little mouth chew thing.
Ugh.
I've got the tissue that was on the bed. Here.
Mm.
Oh. Well, Bucky's turn to come in here. Oh yeah, you might say that.
Is the defense done whispering?
No, repeat again. Sorry. Be so upset about it. Wouldn't you just press thing to skip it? I did. The defense is ready to cross-examine the witness. Fucking little hand point.
Bah, a waste of time.
I sincerely hope you're not implying that court's procedure is a waste of time, Ms. Drugmeyer. In any case, we're ready, defense. Please begin. Please begin. Please.
Please begin the cross-examination.
Just like put your two fingers together, please.
Please.
Tallulah. You doing?
Just the fucking judge goes into uwu speak.
Okay, right. So it's, I need to now figure out the. Is it up? No, not up on the analog stick. B, A. Ah. Oh wait, no. That goes next one. Hold on. I'm now trying to figure out the. Okay, is that breaking that? Oh, maybe it's the trigger. No, I don't want. There you go. It's the left trigger. What makes you think she's the? What makes you think she's the culprit? Tallulah.
She's just about to tell you. Keep quiet and listen.
No. Oh, right. Sorry. Indeed, as I was.
Saying.
And just how did you do that?
It's quite simple. There was no blood found anywhere else. Had the victim been attacked at some other location, we'd expect a trail of it leading to the scene.
Couldn't a killer have just cleaned it up?
Certainly not. The path to the ranch house at Lon Lon Ranch is not paved in any way. Cleaning blood off the ground would require disturbing the soil. Naturally, we found nothing of the sort.
Bah.
There wouldn't have been enough time to pull that off anyway. Likely true.
Right. It sounds like the location of the crime scene is pretty firm. But I'm not giving up yet. Three people, you say? A little smile.
I guess that would have to be Mr. Inger.
Oh.
Let me stop you before you start getting too excited. If you had listened to the rest of what the detective said, you'd notice she mentioned an alibi. Indeed, we're pretty certain that the ranch worker couldn't have been involved. You just skipped over your own text.
Oh. It's because I keep getting distracted by the music and also dogs.
Stop getting distracted by
Tallulah.
music and dogs.
I can't help it. I've got 2 dogs in here.
Don't blame the dogs.
What is this alibi then? Okay.
You might remember that I brought up some outgoing milk shipments. While the worker, Ingo, was in charge of them, he left the ranch house first thing in the morning and was busy preparing the shipments after that.
Or was he? Is that so? Surely could have gotten away from that really quick little murder.
Bah, this wouldn't just be a quick little murder, as you so crudely put it. He'd have to have taken steps to hide his involvement, too.
It's planned.
There was definitely not enough time for that. Unfortunately, I agree. Preparing a shipment is a lot of work. You have to milk all the cows, clean all the bottles, pour the milk out into them, arrange them all into crates, and finally load it all up onto the wagon. Usually I had to do it together with Father to finish before the courier arrived. The shipments were already ready when we arrived at the ranch.
So it was pre-planned then?
When we checked the boxes, they were all fully loaded with filled milk bottles.
So this Ingo was able to do the work for 2 people on his own. Isn't that a bit odd? Odd or not? You evidently just did. Sorry. It's because I'm not getting much link lines. I chose.
I mean, you can take over if you want.
Maybe if there's no like extra thing, then we'll see if Impa changes. It maybe there'll be a. If the Impa still doesn't change, then yeah, I'll.
Odd or not, he evidently did just that. Clearly, he's a man dedicated to his job. Or perhaps the girl and her father are just very inefficient.
This whole thing seems awfully suspicious, you ask me, but I guess I have no dispute with. Malum fainted.
Correct. We couldn't get her to wake for a long time. Eventually, we decided to administer a healing fairy so she could be questioned.
Administer a healing fairy. I guess finding the body was just that much of a shocker.
Ha! Probably just pretending, trying to make it look like she had merely found the body.
Bloody dog.
In any event,
Hey! She's off. And how can you be so sure of this?
look at the autopsy report. Deep, irregular wound made with a sharp metal object.
Why are you holding it?
Yeah, why have you got it? You're not supposed to be able to touch it. The saw was the only sharp implement in the ranch house that could produce such a wound. And, as I've already mentioned, we also looked closely at all other sharp things on the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
None had recent blood on them.
Still doesn't necessarily mean the saw was a murder weapon. Maybe the real culprit hid the real one.
Oh yeah? Prove it then. Show us the real murder weapon.
Well, I definitely don't have a way to do that. Still, something bothers me about the saw.
I'd check the autopsy.
Yeah.
So you have nothing? What a waste of time.
Right, let's do the last one then. Then we'll look over it. Sure is. We've known each other for years.
Yet she murdered her father in cold blood. How curious. Perhaps you're just bad judges of character, both of you.
No way. Just give me some time and I'm going to prove it.
Do you see anything wrong yet?
Well, usually it's difficult to find anything wrong with basic facts of the case. That said, I do think I saw one small thing.
Really? That's great.
Sure is. So I've got to poke all the holes I find before the princess gets here. Right.
Court record.
Cleaner blood. Wait, so if it was cleaner blood...
I mean, they might have cleaned it afterwards, but... See, wasn't there 3 brothers? And 2 of them looked identical.
That was... Wasn't that one that was the thingy, wasn't it? That was the Majora's Mask.
I don't know if
I
they've
think it's...
referenced.
Oh god.
Knives, 6 pieces. Wood swords, 1 piece. So there's 3 axes. Scythes.
Well, I think as well though is that says blood.
Where was the autopsy report?
Yeah.
Deep irregular wound made with a sharp metal object. So there was plenty of other things listed on the thing that could have been the weapon anyway.
Yeah. I'd say that or that. How do I...
Maybe the inventory.
If it was a clear contradiction in testimony, Your Honor. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to read this because it's one of those things like you fail state sort of thing. Yeah. I hate doing this. I hate doing the normal thing, it's right things. So that is right. So we did that one.
See, the wrench inventory literally shows that there's more than one weapon option.
Hmm. Nah, fuck. I really should have saved.
Can you not save now, at least?
Yeah. So I think we should need to present
The inventory.
I think, yeah. Oh, wait.
Really?
I don't know what you mean.
Is there a part? Where was the part? Because she mentioned.
Yeah, it's in that one. Maybe it is literally the saw. Oh, there we go. Stop. Music stops. Usually a good sign. I told you it was a saw. He said the blood was cleaned. All right. It seems like a very fairly large oversight. I just want to make sure of something. The state of the saw is currently how you found it at the crime scene. That's correct. Oh, sorry.
That's correct.
That's strange. Considering how much of the victim bled out and how deep his wound was. Why is there no blood on the supposed murder weapon?
Ha! Is that all you have?
Yeah. So what? Hold on. Okay. Huh?
Naturally, the prosecution has an explanation for why the saw is clean. Behold, this cloth was found in the defendant's other hand.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that's That doesn't mean anything, though. It could be from literally any... You could clean that weapon and then put that random sword on.
Hmm. As you can plainly see, it is stained with blood.
Sorry, it's just in the fan.
The defendant simply wiped the murder weapon in a futile attempt to hide her involvement.
If Madeline was trying to hide her involvement, why did she just leave the crime scene?
Bah! Obviously, she was trying to hide the body before the royal visitation arrived at the ranch. Unfortunately for her, it just so happened that the delegation arrived quite a bit earlier than scheduled. In a panic, she quickly wiped the sore off and pretended to faint to make it look like she had just stumbled upon the scene.
Sure. Gah. Young lady, the thing's not looking very good for you right now. Court accepts the bloody cloth into evidence.
Why wasn't this put into evidence earlier?
Yeah. So what's the story of this cloth?
Well, as I was doing a final check around the ranch, I noticed that part of the fence around the horse paddock was damaged.
Suspicious.
Not entirely sure when that happened, but sometimes one of the horses just gets a bit too rowdy, you know?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Anyway, I didn't want to bother Mr. Ingo about it, so I tried to cut up a new rail by myself to patch it up. But then the saw slipped and I cut my hand open.
Your hand looks fine now. Oh, goddesses, you okay? You okay?
Well, it wasn't that bad.
I only lost a finger.
It did bleed quite a lot, though, so I used that cloth to quickly bandage the wound. I was actually going into the ranch house to ask Father to help me with the fence. Ha! A likely story. And impossible to verify now, of course.
I mean, it will have her blood on.
The HYAH force had to use a fairy of the defendant to get her out of her supposed unconsciousness. I do have to give her some credit. She is one cunning woman.
Yeah, but if it has her blood on it...
That's what I mean. It's like, this evidence should have been already, like, sent off to, like, for blood analysis.
Yeah.
To see whose blood it was.
Oh, yes, the fairies are wonderful. Just the other day, I slammed my hand in with a gavel and took the pain off immediately. Great. Glad to know they're used for such important things. But dang it. Too bad there's no way to tell whose blood is on the cloth.
Except for what? Sending it off to the lab would help.
Maybe they don't have that technology.
I do believe this matter has been settled. I'm ready to call my next witness.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
Is that who I can get out of her?
You've served your purpose, HYAH. Be gone.
Ugh.
Fine, but you had best treat Her Highness with respect, or I'll see to it that you spend the night in the dungeons.
I guess I'm doing Princess Zelda.
Yep.
Um,
Do not presume to threaten me, HYAH. A night
Right.
of darkness and solitude would be nothing but comfort for me. Is that so? Then perhaps we should fill the dungeons with lit candles for the occasion.
they're glaring daggers at each other. Doesn't end soon, we're all in trouble. Order, order. I'm sure I will treat the princess with utmost respect. You may step down, detective.
This case has already made me weary of all the pointless jabber. The time is ripe to deal the final blow. I call Her Highness Princess Zelda of Hyrule to the stand.
Her name's Highness Princess Zelda of Hyrule.
Okay.
I call her Highness. Never mind.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, that is a weird model.
Oh.
That is.
Go on. Feminine voice.
It's sort of like the Skyward Sword design a little bit. I'm also chewing a sweet.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Stop wasting my time.
Right. Is something the matter? Why is everybody so quiet all of a sudden? Your Highness, I believe we're all just a bit uncertain how to proceed. It is quite the honor to have some esteemed guests in these halls.
Bah! In the face of the law, the princess is no different from a peasant.
Rude.
Name and occupation, now!
It was stupid.
The prosecution will behave. I will not have any derogatory statements directed at the princess. Derogatory? I simply wish not to waste any more time. We must employ proper procedure.
Oh man. Is that right, Detective? I believe the prosecution does have a point. In the eyes of the law, we are all equals. I understand I am just another witness. I should not get any special treatment.
Very admirable, Your Highness. We can all rest easy knowing that Hyrule is destined to have such a wise monarch in its future. Yes, indeed. I eagerly await the day when our next ruler takes the throne and reshapes the kingdom in their image.
You flatter me, prosecutor. Now then, I believe what I asked was my name and occupation. I am Zelda, current Princess of Hyrule, heir apparent to the throne. Marvelous, Your Highness. Before we begin, I'd like to know, why were you at Long Long Ranch to witness a terror incident? It's simple, really. Long Long Ranch is Hyrule Castle's biggest food supplier. Of horse meat and milk. Not only that, but the ranch also equips Hut Royal Guard with the finest of horses. Every year, the royal family makes a visit as a gesture of goodwill and ensures the quality of steed. She did it. Wow, I didn't know the horses are used by the Royal Guard. Yep.
Yep. We work hard every year to make sure they're in the best possible condition. Father loved to boast about it to the other ranch owners.
There's other ranch owners? No telling, I'm sure he did.
How unfortunate that the ranch may no longer meet the Crown's high standards under new management. The royal family has a backup, I trust.
We are looking for one. Naturally, those standards are quite high. Yes, of course. Now then, please describe what you saw on the day of the incident. Very well. This is going to be fun to read loads of.
Have fun.
The scene behind the door. I arrived at London Ranch a little while after 8 a.m., accompanied by my royal guards. I remember being surprised at how quiet everything was. There was nobody there to welcome us. Consent to something was wrong. I opened the door to the ranch and I went inside. The room was mostly empty. There was a table with some kind of crystal bottom top, but in front of the table, a terrifying scene was unveiling. The defendant had acted Rancho in his chest with the sword she was holding. I was overcome with fear and I screamed. I never forgot what I saw that day. I had to tell him his daughter was incredibly kind. I cannot believe she would commit so much horrible violence. It's funny I can see the parallels to some of the
Crystal bottle wasn't listed on inventory.
Let's see. I can see the parallels to the characters in the Phoenix Wright games. What? Oh my, you saw the very moment the victim was killed.
There you go. Decisive testimony. As there is no need to doubt the princess's statement, I call for the judge to make a ruling right away.
Yep. Hey now, hold on. I didn't get to cross-examine the witness yet.
You haven't, fool, because there is no need. Did you not hear one word of what I said?
Didn't you just say we should follow all the procedures and treat the princess like any other witness? This is the defense's right. This is the defense's left.
You complete.
Me. I do believe the defense has a point. They have every right to form cross-examination, no matter who is testifying. I was quite looking forward to this part myself. I've only read about the court proceedings in the Royal Library. That being said, I would not tolerate any reckless accusations toward the princess. Is that clear? Naturally, Your Honor. How am I going to get cross-examine the princess? It isn't going to end well.
Crystal bottle in inventory. Was gotten into the prosecutor. That seemed like a rather intense outburst.
Well, I do have a guess. Oh? Oh wait, sorry. Brain. Because of the princess's status, it's possible Dragonite didn't have an opportunity to discuss the testimony with her. That may... the testimony isn't even a surprise to him. This could be my chance. Before we begin, there's one thing that caught my attention. Oh yeah. I believe the princess mentioned seeing some kind of glass bottle crime scene.
That would be this, I presume.
Oh, that's exactly it, sorry. I'm so used to when I'm playing these games, I just read the text. What is that?
Oh, this is the bottle of perfume that father intended to gift to Her Highness when she arrived. Someone was trying to kill the princess.
Yeah.
Or maybe Talon found out.
I'm sorry.
We didn't know the princess was coming instead of the king until only... Okay, they were trying to kill the king. Until only about 2 hours before the visitation.
Here you go.
He quickly rode out to town to get it at the last moment.
Well, how thoughtful. He really didn't need to bother himself so.
As fascinating as this all is, the prosecution doesn't believe it's relevant to the case.
It's good to have a full picture of the crime scene. Defense requests the bottle accepted into evidence.
Bah!
Humbug.
Desperate to latch onto every little thing, are you?
Yes.
Whatever. You can add it to the evidence if it'll make you happy.
Evidence.
Evidence. No skin off my teeth.
In that case, the court accepts his bottle into evidence. Biddy-boo. Now then, defense, begin your cross-examination. Seen behind the door. Hey! These guards are with our highness. Why are they not called the witnesses?
We did question the guards, naturally. Apparently, they didn't get to see anything relevant.
I was the only one to enter the crime scene. I've seen what was inside. I stood guard and insisted no one be allowed inside until the Sheik force arrived. I have read that preserving the scene is vital.
Quite correct.
I'm sure the guards were absolutely thrilled with this order. Please proceed, witness.
Why did you give him Zelda's voice?
I remember everything. I don't know. My brain's sort of been fried for some reason. I don't know what it's because I don't do voices, and
You should.
I'm so used to these games. Just like I usually just play them on my own, so I just sort of just read it. Anyway, have you conducted royal visitations past your highness? No, this was. Oh no, this was my first one. Oh no, we body swapped. This was my first one. Up until last year, my father was always the one to visit London Ranch. However, he decided to I had to start preparing for all the royal duties that await me, so I was able to do it this time. I just burped a little, and I just tasted bloody pesto.
You will doubtlessly perform admirably as ruler when the time comes.
And I will take over Hyrule. I mean, I will look towards that. What happened when you got into the ranch house? And what then?
Stop interrupting and let her get to the point.
Defense, I do believe it's clear about not badgering the witness. Drat, needs to calm down. You paid attention to something like that after seeing a murder princess? I spent a rather long time in there waiting for the Sheik force to arrive. But this bottle is quite beautiful. It just stood out to me. My face. You were there at the exact time of the murder, Your Highness? That is correct.
That's impossible. You're lying.
Defendant will curb an outburst. You're addressing royalty. Yes, you're royal pain in the ass. Well, the victim and defendant. Where were the victim and defendant this time? The right answer was in front of the little table, was directly across from the entrance door. The defendant was right in front of me and quickly fainted after our attack. Actual poor blood started forming where the victim was. I had a rather good view of the whole scene. Right. As fortunate as this is a bad fortune that you could see the whole thing in such detail. Now please continue. Are you sure that there wasn't anyone else at the ranch, Your Highness? No, the place looked empty. Although I did later see a worker pull up a loaded wagon when a courier came asking about milk shipments. Caused a little bit of thing. Yeah, see, he was there. He saw the courier thing, but caused a little bit of scene when she was inspecting it. Milk must have been someone else on the ranch, I suppose. There was something in the crates. It was a bottle. It was the bottle that he used, but he filled it with milk. Yes, it was a bottle. The ranch is pretty oh, sorry.
The ranch is pretty large. Said worker was inside a building on the other side.
Oh, I didn't.
Nope.
I accidentally pressed it twice in the air.
It's quite understandable she wouldn't have seen him until later.
Yeah. This doesn't really give me a whole lot to work with. I won't accuse her.
Did you ask about the crime scene?
Yeah, I don't know why it came back up again. Are you sure we got a good look, Ben, Your Highness? You didn't look away in panic? Oh.
The princess was very brave to take control of the situation the way she did. There's no need to doubt what she saw.
Yes, I suppose what she did was admirable. If only we'd arrived earlier.
Your Highness, don't blame yourself for this. If you'd arrived earlier, you could have been the one that got attacked. Ha! So you would have lashed out at anyone trying to stop you, hmm? Despicable.
That's not what she meant, and you know it. Princess, please go on. Very well. I think we're coming up to an hour soon. Let's see if we want to continue. Probably want to get back to work.
It's my day off.
Ah. Judge your heart, Your Highness. You did not. You know, Malin did not do this.
What nonsense. Her heart? What do her organs have to do with anything? Oh, of course. Evidence and testimony be damned just because we feel the defendant must be innocent.
Yeah. Oh well. If you're sure, then I declare today's verdict.
Have you gone senile, old man? It was a joke, much like the arguments the defense has been presenting. I can't believe the princess would lie like this.
What a bitch. It really is shocking.
You don't believe her, right? Even if she's the princess, that means nothing. I didn't do it.
Trust authority is your best friend. I need something very concrete to disprove what the princess is saying. Right.
Whew. Bought just before the crime.
She saw that before she saw the body.
If the thing was bought just before the crime, then, like, apparently Zelda showed up at 8 a.m. Like, is the timing right? Yeah, wait.
Yeah, no.
No later than 8 a.m.
Cam, try.
So she only showed up
There you go.
at 8.
Your Honour, Your Highness, I believe a found something doesn't quite match up the facts.
How dare you question the princess?
You would let the defense speak, prosecutor. I think I see why he so desperately wanted to present this cross-examination now. Your Highness, you stated you arrived at the ranch shortly after 8 a.m. yet, correct? Yes, the visit was scheduled for 8:30 exactly. We were quite a bit early. I see. It makes something you mentioned quite impossible. Stay by the... You okay there, Link? You seem to be chewing something. Stated by the autopsy report, the victim definitely died before 8 a.m. You couldn't have seen the defendant attacked rancho when you arrived. Because the victim was already dead by them. Order, order.
Order. Yes, you've really caught her in a lie.
Your Highness, what is the meaning of this? Well, I wholeheartedly respect and serve the crown. I will nevertheless to write lies in my court. I have not lied, I suppose I did not see the exact moment it happened. I guess I only thought I did. The prisoner says it's a matter of life and death. I definitely saw the defendant there along with the body. There's no one else who could have done it. You said you saw the murder, though.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
I remember all the other details correctly. The body's on the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
We
Pool of
can't
blood.
believe you because you just lied.
You have to believe me. Perhaps it'd be best if Tyrants revises their testimony. Ugh, that's not good. There's still not enough doubt to overturn his testimony. I have to find something else, or the case will be over.
Maybe there's something to, like, the perfume is, like, making people see shit.
Maybe. There's a lot of sores in this. I'm sorry for embellishing the truth a little bit. I did not see the actual moment of attack, but it had to be happened shortly after we went into the ranch house. Miss Mal and her father were the only ones that have seen the crime. She must be the culprit. That's really shit. Where he's like, oh no, you know, you were the only one there. It's like, logically, there would have been it doesn't always mean could have been somewhere else. I see. You only saw the aftermath of the scene, not the actual crime being committed. Hopefully there are no issues with your testimony this time. Defense, it's your time for cross-examination. Naturally, Your Honor. Dragonite looks pretty angry, but he expects some blatant contradiction to pop up. If only I could find one like that, the princess' testimony become completely untrustworthy in the eyes of the judge. Cross-examination. I think after we've done this bit, we'll end it. And then we've done a full hour. Could play again during the week or something, maybe. That's if you want to. I'm enjoying this. Hey. Why did you do that, Your Highness? There's life on the line here. I really am sorry. I suppose I got to be too excited about being a witness in an actual murder trial.
There's no fucking excuse. What the hell?
Really now? Most people hate testifying. And then losing control. It's electrifying. Yes, well, the life of a princess is rather boring, you know. It's quite a break from the routine for me. Just get a hobby then. Bitch. In that case, you can't conclusively proven that the defendant did it.
Defense, did you exhaust your singular brain cell on that last contradiction you found? There's a Death Mountain's worth of evidence pointing to the defendant. Just because no one saw the actual moment of the crime doesn't mean anyone else could have done it.
I think you're making a deaf mountain out of a deaf molehill. Wow. But oh, yeah, I don't have to read them.
How do you know?
Hmm?
It's just like it must have happened just before I arrived. It's like, but how do you? Yeah, how can you be sure of that?
How can you be so sure of that, princess? Well, when I entered the ranch house, the victim still had a murder weapon embedded in his body. Oh, what?
Wait, still had it embedded in his body, but when the guards showed up, supposedly Marlon had it in her hand.
Yeah. So obviously what that means, they could not even have enough time to hide the weapon. But there's no blood on it. Yes, I might not have seen the murder firsthand, but I do have a very close to be doing so. Oh my. Oh my. It seems very important indeed. I think it'd be advisable for Her Highness to amend the testimony.
Again?
Certainly, Your Honor. Interesting. Dragonmire certainly doesn't look very happy about his smell, does he?
It's like having a fucking heart attack.
Think about it, I might just know why.
Yeah, like the...
It doesn't necessarily mean that my client was one of the two, though. What if someone else snuck in before Malon and Princess arrived? Well, I suppose.
Lon Lon Ranch is surrounded by high walls, and the only way in is through a self-locking gate.
A horse got over it.
Not very many people have a key to get to the gate. To
the
that
gate.
To the gate.
To the gate.
To the gate.
Well, someone could have forced their way in.
Bah. If you wish to propose such a possibility, you must substantiate it with evidence. Do you have any proof that another person showed up at the ranch house before the princess?
I do.
Another person at the scene of the crime. Well, Marlon, wasn't she busy fixing the fence at one point?
Yeah. The reason it shows another person was at the crime scene is, I mean, the pictograph.
No, because that was just like a photo to prove that they had a good relationship.
Well, yeah, the milk shipments then, because the other person. These are the traces of another person I'm seeing.
Ah! That just shows you have no trace of evidence to go on.
Estimate, I really can't trace your logic. Well, you see, trace credibility. I guess I don't. Can't think of anything.
Profiles?
Wait, age 27. My only guess is that I'm gonna say this one. I don't think we can do it. I don't think there's actually any proof. Because sometimes I think it's right the game. You don't. No, I don't. Ugh, I don't have anything of the sort. Must be another angle I can attack this from.
Very well, witness. Since the defense has wisely chosen to stay silent, please continue your testimony.
Are you sure that Malin was the only...
same one.
Do we?
Where?
No, of course, in the upstairs room in the ranch house. What if someone's hiding there? Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid, defense. If someone was hiding up there, the Sheikah force would have found them.
Stood guarded the door the entire time. No one could have left. What if they jumped out the window? Do not be ridiculous. The windows are very high up. Really? They're not that high.
Actually, those windows can't even be opened. They'd have to break one to leave.
Right.
Is there any evidence of a broken window?
This is a bit more plausible than the last testimony she gave.
Yes, I suppose it matches the detective's account, doesn't it?
Still feel like something from sticks out like a sore thumb.
That one, no. The weapon still being stuck in the victim's body can't have been the thing. Because if you didn't touch any of the crime scene, how did the weapon suddenly get into Marlone's hand?
A logbook, maybe.
I'm trying to think of what evidence could you provide for that one? Because that's bullshit.
Alright. I can we go back to save? What should we do? So we've done. We do the thing.
I don't think we've got any proof that someone else was there yet.
Just give me that. Ugh. Can't think really.
But what she said goes against another statement that was made. How do you go? Why are the other statements not a list for like going? Hey, that contradicts this.
Hmm. I'd say.
Can you press court record here?
Yeah.
Can you select anything from here?
Hold on. There we go.
Ah, there we go.
So it's sticking out, but it's a saw. For no reason that doubt the witness's words. See, the prosecution sees what I'm getting at here. There was a bloody cloth discovered at the crime scene. Prosecution argued before that it was used to wipe the clean saw. Saw clean. If the apprentice's sword lodged, what's that noise? Is Money ripping the?
No, it's Mother is back.
Oh, I thought it was Mally ripping the foil for the
Hi.
end. Saw the lodged Talon's body. The crime scene was left intact, and it couldn't have been wiped. I just realised he's wearing like weird trousers. Well, prosecutor drug my okay to explain.
Yeah.
It's most perplexing. Your Highness, are you sure it's what you saw?
Well, maybe the princess decided to pull the saw out in a valiant yet futile attempt to save the victim.
And then wipe the blade clean? That'd be like almost frame the defendant. Well, of course, I didn't know such thing. Okay. I made sure the crime scene stayed intact. Oh. I guess I must have made up the memories that saw sticking out Miss Talon. Oh, fucking hell.
Make up your fucking mind. We can't believe you now. You idiotic girl.
Oh.
Do you even realize what you've done through your bumbling?
I'm sorry. I was just so excited to stand as witness, of course, for just this once. Whenever I tell my father about anything, he seems so disinterested. Just this once, I wanted to feel powerful. Listen to. The defendant it's clear that she did it. I just wanted to play a larger part in the capture. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused you.
Yeah, no, that's bullshit.
Hmm.
Who's inside the tunnel?
Oh, yeah. Is it red?
Your
Yeah, it looks
Highness. This is no place for silly games. As it stands, I'm afraid you have to strike your statements from the court record completely. Yes, I did. The prosecution's lost their key witness. No, please wait. I have more to say. I don't know about the crime scene, but I still have not testified what I saw afterwards.
Bah, why would we care about that? It's best that you leave and stop damaging my case with your idiocy.
Shut the fuck up. Even if you're not interested in my words, you might be interested in the evidence I found.
What?
Huh?
It's like you're bringing this up now.
Evidence? Of course, while the Sheik had forced investing inside the ranch house, I looked in the rest of the ranch by my own.
On your own.
Yes. Exactly what I
Chica,
said.
did you know about this? Of course I did.
You did?
I'll have your head for this.
What's the meaning of this, detective? Why have you withheld this from the court?
It's quite simple. The princess specifically requested to present her finding on her own. What? And you agreed to this? This court is not some playground where children decide when evidence should be presented just because they have a crown.
He's been rude about it, but can't help but agree with Dragmire on this one.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Also, I don't really buy the story. There's no way Impica would have allowed this.
Believe me, I wasn't thrilled with the request either. However, after seeing the evidence in question, I didn't think it would be at all important to the case. Thus, I let the princess have her fun.
It's like a really bloody knife. It's highly irregular. I'm not sure how to feel about this, prosecutor.
Bah, naturally I object to this nonsense. If the detective thinks it's irrelevant, then this is probably just a waste of time. All the evidence points to the defendant. It's still clear she did it, even without a witness at the scene.
I see. Defense?
What do we do?
If he rejects presenting the evidence, then Dragmire loses key witness. Thus, whatever Princess presents could be bad for our case too.
So we should agree with the prosecution?
Well, on the other hand, we don't have much to go on. She could be the only lead left.
Well, don't keep us waiting. Surely you won't throw away all the progress you've made thus far.
Request the evidence. Yep, it's the right choice. Defense requests the evidence be presented.
What?
I agree the situation is irregular. We should still examine all the evidence available. It'd be silly to dismiss it as irrelevant, even though seeing what it is. I do believe you have a point, defense. I must warn you. In order to admit the rest of the evidence in the court record, Princess' statement she's found must be admitted as testimony, along with everything she else might say. Yes, Your Honour. I am well aware. Defense wishes to give the princess one more chance.
Of all the idiotic...
Order. Very well then. Your Highness, please testify once more about the new piece of evidence you found during your investigation. Thank you. I will not let you down. I will not let you... What's I doing?
Why she turned into a mouse? What's happening? You went that high that Discord was like, nah.
Thank you. I'll not let you down this time. What voice was it doing? Me voice. The higher voice? I'll not let you down this time. I promise. Princess should understand the gravity situation I had now. Just have new evidence examining the case. My findings. I wish to express my heartfelt apologies for mistakes in my court early's testimony. Upon entering ranch, why does music sound like it's louder? I saw the defendant passed out in front of the victim, who was bleeding out. I stood guard at the entrance of ranch house until Sheikah force arrived. Once the Sheikah started investigating the crime scene, I decided to take a look around the ranch. While I was walking in the silo, I noticed a strong odor in the air. I had to stop to see where it was coming from. It was horseshit. I followed the scent and found a burned out fire nearby and a small empty bottle of lamp oil. I, of course, took the bottle straight to the head detective. I mean... And here it is, the oil bottle I found. No, that could be... I mean, something...
I like how they were like, okay.
Is something wrong? Oh no, this might actually be completely irrelevant. Yes, well...
Of course there is, foolish girl. That has nothing to do with anything. Your great finding is some random fire on a ranch, please.
Maybe you burnt some evidence.
What next? Are you going to declare every rake on the premises suspicious?
The prosecution would now calm down. Fuck. This is bad. I think we end this soon. Your Honour, despite the fact this evidence might not seem to add anything at the moment, the defence still asserts its right to cross-examination. Some straws have been grasped.
Why
I
must
must
you insist on
Oh, yeah,
this
sorry.
charade, defense? The princess has merely recounted the same view of the crime scene as the head detective. You haven't been able to find any contradictions in her statements.
I believe there might be a way to tie Princess Nude's evidence into case.
Ridiculous.
Regardless of what prosecution thinks, the defence does have a right to cross-examination. Court admits the oil bottle into evidence. I really hope this isn't a complete waste of time, defence. For both your own sake and your clients.
Was there any oil bottle on the inventory list?
Check. No.
There's no need to press the princess on her apology.
You never know.
You already wasted the chance to throw out her testimony.
Yes, Prudence, please get to the point. You read it first. Okay. Was there anything else in the room? Only a beautiful little crystal bottle you mentioned before. The house is very barren, rather barren.
Most of our things are on the top floor, since the downstairs room is mostly used for ranch business these days.
And the occasional game.
Ah, of course. Dad's famous cuckoo game.
Which you can cheat by basically holding some chickens behind their table. Ah, the good old days.
Is the defense done reminiscing? There will be plenty of time to do that when the defendant's behind bars.
I was trying to distract myself from the fact there's nothing to latch onto here. I've only just done the second one, so. Did anything happen during that time? No, not that I recall. Dr. Keys continued the process and asked me to let him take over. I held my stance.
While commendable in theory, staying in the same room as a dangerous killer isn't very wise. What if she woke up and lashed out at you?
Sweet Hailey, you're up above. It didn't occur to me.
Bah, of course not. Foolish girl.
But the guards did stand close by it. I'd have been safe.
Wonderful to see how much faith our princess has in our royal guard.
Yes, of course I do. In any case. You didn't just go home. Royal visitation was supposed to be a lot longer, but I was not expecting us back to the castle till much later. I I came to the ranch to examine the horses. I suppose I could do that in the meantime. How long does that take before the Sheikah arrive at the scene? It does not take very long to make a trip from HYAH Castle town to London Ranch. I can imagine more than 20 minutes. That is pretty fast. Although, imagine the fact that the princess involved helped speed it up.
Slow pokes. I would be there in half that time, running backwards even.
Go on then.
I dare you.
Frick.
I suppose it's no surprise, though. Hylian horses are naturally inferior to our Gerudo steeds. The Gerudo buy horses from our...
I didn't press anything then, by the way.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Just don't bother. He's trying to roll you up. What's it smell like? Oh, it's awful. It's a terrible stench.
Wahaha! Surely you don't mean to say that you found the smell of horse manure suspicious.
Do you not think it's ridiculous? It's not coming from the horses. Fire, huh?
Now, let me remind you, Defense, that there's any number of reasons why a fire could have been there. You can still feel the cold grasp of death early in the morn.
Princess, how long have you estimated the fire been out before we found it? Ah, right, there was still smoke rising out of the ashes. This must have been put out recently. So around the time of the crime.
So someone prepared their breakfast there? I repeat, this fire is irrelevant.
I think he's realised the same thing I did. Who was it? Who could have lit the fire anyway?
It would have to have been the ranch worker who was putting the milk shipments together at the time. It was almost certainly him. If you really want to ask about his little barbecue, you might just get your wish soon.
Doesn't sound like it was very appetizing. Apparently, a concrete to pin on him. He'll be able to brush it off. Right, and she allowed you to present it? Well, I was the one to find it. And since I was going to trial anyway.
Utter ridiculousness.
Yes. Please make this the last time you do something like this, Your Highness. Proper procedure exists for a reason. Yes, I understand. Defense, I believe this is enough. Do you decide I get any closer to find a connection between the fire and the crime at all? Ugh.
Probably not without talking to the like Mr. Ingo.
No, I suppose not, Your Honor.
Naturally, I've said this was a waste of time from the beginning.
In that case, cross-examination is over. Objection! It's going to be like a sudden objection. Thank you for your time, Your Highness. I understand you have no revelations to share with us. No, I do not.
Thank God.
I really thought the fire would be important.
Leave my sight. Enough. Your Highness, if you'd allow me to escort you back to HYAH Castle.
Very well. Objection. Oh.
Now that the princess's little game is over, we should move this along. The prosecution's stance is still the same, of course.
I wonder if there was something you could pull up on that. Or at least we've got the oil bottle.
I don't think it's going to be relevant until like we talk to the other guy.
Yeah.
We maintain that the evidence on its own is enough to convict the defendant.
But Your Honor, there's nothing that definitely shows that Marlon committed the crime. It's all circumstantial. There's no way he could kill our own father. There is an action point defense. Prosecution has yet to elaborate on the offence's motive. Patricide is not something a person commits lightly.
I did briefly touch on the subject during my opening statement. But naturally, the prosecution is fully prepared to elaborate on the matter. I would like to call in my third witness.
It has to be a ranch worker.
Before calling him in, though, the prosecution requests a brief recess to prepare.
Yeah, and then when we get there, we'll save.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought you said they were already prepared. Maybe once they double check his new witness won't pull anything weird like the princess did. Shh. Very well, I do believe a break would benefit us all. Court will reconvene after a 15-minute recess. Court is adjourned. Pardon me.
And save.
Right. That was really fun. We'll continue this one. Yeah. What do you think so far?
It's interesting.
I was like, I saw it was there. I was like, oh, I've got to show her. I was like, but I was thinking I got to show her, but not actually reveal it is till the last moment. I was like, this is such a cool mod.
Well,
So,
I could tell you this much. One, no, I've never heard of this. And two, never would have guessed this.
but yes, we shall leave it there. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and we shall see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.